Tu, 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 tu. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here. Today we are back for a 5v5 event between IRT, GSP and BNLRe. Glad to see everyone in the stream. So far we are today around the Albert Park circuit here in Australia. Hopefully is ready for the event. Get yourself known in the chat if you haven't already. And here we have the first car coming out, which I think will be Spectrum driving for IRT. Of course, Mats, welcome to the stream. Hopefully everyone is good. You can clearly see the Australian Grand Prix looking very nice and tidy, with of course changes being made from last year's game to this year's game. As we see now, the track has, like I just said, changed a little bit. As we see here, the apex has got a little bit earlier here, and there's plenty of change. So we're still involved with him. As you see, the barrier has moved in a little bit closer compared to last year, and you can also see this turn is a lot faster. So you can expect to see lap times about 4 to 5 seconds faster compared to last year's game, with it being track being a lot quicker and generally a lot more enjoyable to drive, at least in my opinion. Hopefully drivers have prepared well on both. Like not here, coming to sector 3 right now. There's another change right here. There's actually more of a 90-degree corner compared to last year, where it was just a very quick corner, a fairly quick corner where you can barely overtake. Now it's a 90-degree corner. As you now see Spectrum Sun, his lap coming to the main straight. We on both the plate 10 right now with GSP livery, a very nice livery, I must add right there. The red, the black suits very nicely. You see the metallic color right there of the red suits it very well. So very nicely done with whoever designed this livery. It looks like a great livery, and you see on board now with GSP. That's not the team I was watching. It was BNLRe with a same sort of livery as last year, but you can't go wrong. A very different livery compared to any other team, but you gotta rate it. And I think it looks also very nice. Let me know in the chat right now what livery thinks is the best here, the IRT livery involved with, or watching Marty now on his lap here, having the IRT livery, the BNLRe livery on board with Veiler, coming to turn 1 and 2, taking a very nice apex right here on board with him right now, coming down to turn 3 right here, getting down to third gear, hitting the apex on the inside. But now using fourth gear, you don't want to lose the car here, as it's very difficult here around the Albert Park circuit to keep it on track, since the grip is not the highest, to be honest. A spec lap sets up 17.8 for the first lap on board in this session here. Greetings from BNLRe. Thank you, Jeff, just for joining the stream. Also, you have a nosy in third place. Apologize if I do butcher your name. I struggled with it last year in the IRT league, so I do apologize if I'm butchering that name. As Mick goes in P2 with an 18.4, as Marty quick beats with an 18 flat. So IRT 1, 2, 3 right now, as Mats goes fast, and then plate 10 beats us down with a 17.4. 3 times quicker than Mats, who is now in P2. Dari on an 18.2 in P6 right now. Marcus did an 18 flat pretty much, of 18.1 pretty much. So he's in P6 right now. Veiler is going into P2, showing he had good pace, and Mantaplat has gone has gone into P1 with a 17.4. That's a very good bunker time, I must add. Right here. Again, I must admit, the delivery looks very nice there. IRT therefore the best. I agree. Gotta back my own team, of course. Bearman, welcome to the stream as well. As you see, your drivers have currently a 1, 2, 3 position right now. which is a very good starting position to be in, I must add. Toralf is on his outlap right now in P15, and then there's still two guys from BNLRe, being Tusam and Tom, still needing to post a lap time here. That's actually Tom has posted a lap right now, coming now in 11th place, 1,000 behind Dari, who is now in P10 with an 18.2, but I'm certain he can improve that time. Nice looking helmet as well. As he's going into the pits, getting his second run in very soon. All line only except for Yuri knows this game. Respect. So Yuri is your no assist driver. He's in P7 right now. He's alone here. Rest, of course, he just did that lap, so didn't expect anything else. As we now go back with Korika into the pits. Of course, everyone's doing the second run pretty much on board with Toralf right now, as he did his first run later on board with him right now. As you can see, the car is revving quite a bit, but that's because of an audio glitch. That's not actual him going full throttle, otherwise he would be spinning into the barrier. So it's not fully accurate. Shame Codemasters have not fixed that, but just the way it is. But as we see, Toralf now coming to second to a very tight lap so far. That's for sure. Let me put on telemetry and think of it. Couldn't quite see the second time. That's apologies to me. Apologies to you guys. But now Toralf coming to the last sector here. Quite low in ERS, but you don't really need that in the final sector, since of course it's quite a lot of corners apart from the final straight here as it comes to the final corner. Opening the DRS right now, coming to the line, and it will be a 17 flat, and it didn't invalidate, I'm guessing. I didn't even see that. I'm guessing he invalidated and going for a slow down lap going into the pits. Well, it's unfortunate, but that shows his pace is clearly there to be involved with his teammates who are in second and third place right now, and then Beauty in 7th. So GSP looking quite good right now, but I'm certain IRT and BNLRe will have a reply towards that one. But let's see, the conditions are quite cloudy. I can't see the rain predictions for the race, so if anyone in the session can let me know what the conditions are, then let me know. As Veiler is preparing his lap right now. Speclap is 2 tenths down on his first one, actually invalidated his run, so that's not accurate. Marcus is now starting his lap right now, coming to sector 1 here, and he's improving by about a tenth, which will, because the times are close, currently will bring him above 7th place. But I'm certain he can find some more time in the middle sector. This, you can't really make a lot of mistakes here, as it's just a full throttle straight, of course. As he's about a tenth and a half up, which will bring him and as he actually ran very wide there. So I'm certain he does some time there, going down to third gear, quickly shifting up to fourth again. As he is fully on the limit there. Oh, so close to invalidating as well. Being on the line there. If you go over the line, of course, do invalidate on that lap. As Jano has joined the session, which is, yeah, I'm not sure that was not allowed. As Marcus, indeed, like we said, has improved to a 7th position, but I'm certain he can find some more time there. It's not quite as clean, but he is certain was on the limit right there. But that being on the limit doesn't necessarily mean lap time there. You just gotta be consistent, like the GSP guys at the moment at the front. As Veiler is on his lap, not an accurate one, since he is probably going back into the pits. As Mats is going into third place with a 17.5, good lap right there, and putting his car in between the GSP guys. But I'm certain they have a reply about that one as we see Korika going into the wall. Perfect timing right there. As you see him crashing into the wall, but thankfully his suspension didn't go off, so he can still continue in this qualifying session, but just having to make a pit stop. And hopefully he can still do 2 more runs after this one. I see now on board with Marty right here coming through turn 3 as Tom Summers, 2 Summers retired. We'll see his car coming off any moment now. Marty's coming to sector 1 where Korika crashed, and just now 2 Summers also crashed, and Marty is finding a 10th and half section. He crashed into the wall there. Another car crashing out in this overpath circuit. Didn't beach the car in the gravel, but certainly not what he wanted, because if he found that 10th and half, he would be ahead of Spec Club. But behind him, Dari was going into P6, so good luck from him. 2 tenths behind his teammate Mats, but certainly a good starting position to be in if it stays like this. But there's still 7 minutes left of this qualifying session, so I'm certain there's more time to find, and Marty knows himself that he can find the time, since he just did improve by 10th and half before spinning out. Again, his suspension didn't go off, so he can continue in this qualifying session. And we only have 1 driver who didn't post a lap yet, which is Toralf. We'll go on board with him right now. You see sector 162, this section is proved to be very tricky. That's a 26.6 sector 1. So far, we saw his invalidated one with 15 flat, so it shows he's got the pace right here, but can he prove it without invalidating? Let's see, coming to sector 2, very easy section right here. There's a 44.3 right there, and actually somewhat cuts the corner. Should be invalidated. I'm not sure why it's not, but the game allows him to continue as he's coming through sector 3 right now. Coming through the final corner. Onto the straight he goes. It will be a 17.2, and he goes into P1 just like he did. And actually the backup has crashed out. The IRT driver has crashed out, unfortunately. Now sitting in P8, and plenty of guys still able to find time, so it's not looking ideal for him. As we see his car crashed out in sector 3, where Carlos Sainz had also his incident in the real life Grand Prix. I'm certain didn't spin out like the Chile, the Spanish driver, as we see on board with, I think it's Mats. Yeah, Mats on his outlap right there. That's where Spec Club unfortunately retired. Didn't quite see what happened to him, but fortunate for him. So now go on board with Mick, who's improving by about 2.5 tenths, which will bring him up P12. I'm pretty sure most time will be found in sector 3, since of course that's where most of the corners are, and you can find most time there. As he's improved by 3 tenths, I found a little bit of time again as he span out. Unfortunately, another driver spinning out of the session, but not retiring or crashing into the wall. But that means his final run will be a very important one, since he wants to get as high up as possible. Mats is now on board with Mats right now, who's decided to go out a little bit earlier. Hopefully he will do 4 runs as he's improving by a 10, which will bring him into P2 right now. Well, I'm certain Plate 10 or Marta Platze will find some time as well. Mats coming through sector 2 right now. 44.3, another good time there. And she goes purple. I don't think that's fully accurate. That's actually invalidated on the exit right there. That's how close he was on the. He was so much on the limit. He just went over the lines and unfortunately invalidated. That means he can do a final run in this qualifying session, but not what he wanted, since he was up by about a 10th, which would have brought him into P2. But here come the GSP guys in a very good position right now, being forecast in the top 5, which is a very good performance right now. So I'm certain that Um, Play tennis on outlap. Both guys waiting for the final moments to set their lap times here. Should be a good one. So now go back with only about 2 minutes left of the conversation. Most of the guys coming out now. As Play Tenno is the first one, of course, to start their lap. His final run in this session right here, opening the DRS right now. Look nice and tidy so far, coming down to 4th gear. No, not shifting up actually, keeping it in 4th up to 5th now. What can you do? I think the 26.6, another 26.6 in the first sector, by 30,000 right now. And bit times being so close in between 2nd and 5th. Every bit can make the difference here, and certainly Play Tenno is improving with another 30,000 found now in the middle sector here. Now down to the final sector where most of the time can be gained here. Going down to 4th gear here. Looks nice and tidy so far, so it's a good lap from Play Tenno and certainly proving his advantage as the IRT car tried to get out of the way. It certainly humped him a little bit, which is not ideal, might have lost a little bit of time. Now going towards the line here, what can Play Tenno do? And it will be a 17.2. Maybe I've lost a little bit of time for pole position, but I'm sure that's still a good lap as he actually crashes out now. As Thor has actually improved by a 10.5, which is actually really good right now. So Play Tenno would not have got pole position, but certainly a good time for P2. But on board with Thor right now, looking very good for a pole position at the moment for GSP. As Tom has actually retired. Crashed in the same place as Specla, unfortunately, so you'll be starting 13th, and it will be Torov going to the line right now. Will it be a 16 or 17? It will be a 16.994. A very good time at 3/10 clear of his teammates. What can Manta do? He's unfortunately not managed to end his lap, but Mats is actually on a lap right now. Don't know his exact times, but I think it will be a good one. Can he get 3rd place since Monteblad unfortunately didn't set up, as Marcus has now gone to 3rd place here with a 17.3, and now it will be Mats going towards the line, 14, 15, 16, and it will be P2, 8,000 ahead of Play Tenno. So that slight hold up there from IRT car may have made a difference right there. But Mats in P2 right now, it's a very good time there. Malta is going into P6 with a 17.5. Certainly in the mix, but I think that qualifying, that means qualifying is done. No, it's not, as Kurika has gone into P3 right now with its another 17.2. Look at the difference between those times. With Mats doing a 17.287. Kurika doing a 17.291 and Play Tenno doing a 17.295. Incredibly close between the cars, but it is Torov with a dominant advantage right now with a 16.9. Certainly deserving of that pole position right here. So it's him in pole position, Mats in P2, Kurika P3, Play Tenno P4, Max in P5. Manteplatte, with that mistake on his final run, could have been higher up in P6. Malti P7, just ahead of Yuri, who a little bit of his teammates, but then again P8 is not a bad place to be at all. Valor in P9, Dari in P10, could have potentially improved. I think his second one was quite good, but then the final one couldn't quite find the time. Spec up 11, no CP12, Nick 13th, and then Tom and Tusam rounding out the grid for BNLRe in 14th and 15th. We'll switch over to the race right now. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We'll see you guys soon. We are here right now for the Grand Prix between for the 5v5 event between IRT, GSP and BNLRe. The sun has come out right now. Is a beautiful day, I must add. Unlike qualifying just now, it was cloudy, but now we have sun here and it's looking quite good. Waiting for the players to load in. I think it will be a standard one stop. I'm not really sure what the strategy is, but we'll see any moment now. Should be a good race with, of course, GSP taking pole position. A very dominant fashion by Toralf having pole position by about 3/10, which is, of course, a very nice advantage to have. But we'll see how this race will end up. Of course, tire wear will kick into play, and of course, with the track being so tricky to manage, it will be a very difficult Grand Prix. It will be a 50% race, 29 laps. Should be a good race. Formation lap should be on. Yes, it is beautiful. I won't have telemetry on. I will have lap data on. Right here, as Toralf has set off, as we have a spinner in the back. I'm pretty sure that is Marty. No, it's not Marty. It's Dari. What an amateur! What an amateur! Jonas, I'm pretty sure you jinxed it for him because from that moment onwards he spun into the wall. Hopefully that's the only spin he will do in the race, but let's see. And he's now trying to overtake the rest of the guys. Now, not trying to hit anyone, because if you do make contact with someone on the formation lap, you will get disqualified on the grid, which is not what you want. Which is definitely not what you want. Looking at the tires right now, quickly get the tires up. Of course, you can choose whatever tire you want to start on. We have the top 7 all starting on the medium tires. Interestingly, you've got the Yuri starting on the soft tires, so he's gonna looking for a good start to make up as many positions as he can. And then we've got the top from 9th till 15th on the hard tires. Trying to go long in the race and then make pit stop late on and then make up time to the other guys. So not a lot of variety throughout the grid, but it's certainly looking out for a very good Grand Prix here. Penalties, of course, there's no penalty on the formation. That would be a good addition potentially. Codemasters, EA, if you're looking, please do so, or just generally fix the game with all the old glitches stuff. No, this as now the cars are lining up to the grid. It is a immersive start, so drivers have to line up themselves. If you do not line up correctly, you will be set back about, I'm not sure, a meter or something? Oh, a meter and a half? I'm not sure. So that brings another concept to this race, as actually one IRT driver and Tom has both crossed over the yellow line, so they will be set back a little bit. You can clearly see the difference it brings. But we're now gonna switch on board to Torov as we're waiting for the light to come on. Yes, EA. Yes, are you ready? Waiting for the start of the Grand Prix, guys. Drivers are just waiting for the start here. We unfortunately might have to get a restart going if it does not start very soon. Daniel, thanks for joining the stream. Unfortunately, we might have to do a restart here, which is not ideal. Drivers have to be sharp because it can start any moment now. And if you do restart, we do of course have to stream I think the host has to leave. Well, if I'll decide if it's not good, then by 2 minutes time, then we'll restart because I won't leave and let them race, because then of course the lobby will be glitched, which shouldn't be the case. Apologies to the guys who have all prepared. We'll wait. If the clock turns 29 or 30, then we'll restart. I don't think there's anything going right now. No admin in lobby. I'm the host, so god damn it, EA. Have to ruin it. Then, yeah, we'll restart, guys. Unfortunately, you guys have to leave the lobby. We'll restart. Let me post it in the chat as well. Restart. So I'll leave the lobby now and set it up. Unfortunately, EA, you will restart. Unfortunately, this is the case. No, we'll restart. I think it's the best decision we can do. Of course, we have qualifying set up. Let me set up the lobby right now for you guys. Unfortunately, just the case. Invite only. Let me set up the lobby right now. Unfortunately, this has happened. Just not what I wanted, but yeah, just the way it is. Restart the game apparently. Let's see. Let me quickly get the track on. WTA, Australia. Invite only, player car, full setup. It's done. Weather. It was a dry race, so I'll put it on clear. Let me invite. What are my guys now? Marcus. Let me play Tendo in. Just the way it is. Oh. You might see but Jasper in the lobby right now. He won't be racing, but just he'll be a second for invites, etc. So oh yeah, turn off the grid, of course. What am I doing? I'm on this stuff. Weekend structure of custom grids. Everyone has to join, of course. Everyone has to join for that. Someone has screenshot me the grid, which is always ideal. Gorica. Play Tendo. Marcus. Marty. Valer. Dari Speklop. Then it's Nosy. Mick. Tom, and then we miss one driver, which is Tusam, and then we are ready to go. Again, confirm changes. 50%. Yeah. I think we're settings are good to go. I think let's see. No. We're 15 in right now. Let me check if the we have a second guy now in the lobby. Let me check if the grid is okay, and if it is, then I think we're all good to go. Let's set weekend structure. There you go. Yeah, to some. Yeah, I think yep, grid is good to go. Alright, we'll have a second start now. We can all ready up. I think I'm pretty sure. So I need to leave now. Can we wait 30 seconds? We can, yes. I think that was the lead. Alright, we're good to go. I think let's go. Yep. Hopefully the lobby won't have any glitches right now. EA, what are you doing, man? Apparently, a company with more money makes the game worse. So, just the way it is. But we're here to have a good race right now. The lobby is set to go. And we're here to have a good race. Hopefully everyone is still enjoying the stream. And the lovely weather is back again. You love to see it. Of course, we're here for the race. We are good to go. Specklob, if you're watching this, your setup is next level. You gotta admire it. God damn, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that one. People are not loading in, of course, qualifying. Yes, I did turn off. Perfect. If I didn't turn it off, then I'll be a muppet. But we're all good to go. I checked the settings. So, waiting for players to load in. Formation lab in. I didn't change color or I didn't change it. That was not the best thing to do, but oh well. Waiting for players to load in right now. It will still be immersive, but then again, it shouldn't really be the case that if you put a setting on immersive and if a host is spectator, then it should not really glitch out. I don't know why that's the case, but it's just something we have to deal with, us league racers, and hopefully it will be sorted out very soon by updates. They have of course brought out Portimao, and the Shanghai circuit will come out fairly soon, but if you don't get the basics right, then you can't really develop the game as you want it to, which is of course a real shame. But here we are on the grid once again. Are there any tire changes compared to last time? I don't really expect it. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one, track map open of course, and we see a change, one change, and it's in the middle, pretty much in the middle. Yuri has now gone for a set of mediums instead of the softs. He thinks he thinks more about the race than the start, which is of course, I think, a better thing to do, unless it is a glitch, which is not. Good to see. Cars are now out on the formation lap. It is immersive still. Hopefully it will be fine. We'll see. Of course, cars are now coming out, warming up their tires, and we see Tom, or it was Mick, take a very different approach to warming up his tires by lawn mowing. Mick, if you're watching, don't you dare, man. See Mats warming up his tires. Can you get close to Torolf? Torolf was really competitive in qualifying, but can he bring that pace over to the race here with, of course, hotter conditions right now? Can he make the difference still? And Mats, can he challenge and can he keep those GSP guys behind him? Proving to be very competitive. So I must say, lovely helmet, looks like the Max helmet. And of course the Vettel helmet by Kubica, the German flag. Very nice there, colorated. And then Mats with the Dutch helmet. All very nice designs here. Most of us has just standard flags. Who cares, as now Torolf is now lining up to the grid here. Hopefully for start 2 it will be fine. And I think it will be. Will we see disqualifications? This is a savior for... essentially we see Torolf not taking many risks. That's quite a big wave. You can clearly see the difference between Mats and Torolf. Torolf's tire is not on the yellow line, and Mats pretty much is. And Kubica has done it very well. That extra meters clearly made a difference. with Yuri being disqualified, I'm pretty sure if you get disqualified, you're gonna have to call the tires as well. So people have to be careful of Yuri right here. Are you kidding me? Should have known. Should have known. Fortunately, apparently I have to leave the session. Well, I'll leave. I'll sacrifice myself. Let's see. I have to do something right now quickly. If the race has started, then that's good, but I don't expect. How do you do that? No, screw it, I'll leave. Unfortunately, because of the glitches and many other things, the host cannot spectate, which is freaking ridiculous. I don't know why. Codemasters, I hope you should sort out your game, because fortunately, I think I'll end the stream right here. Not the way I wanted it to, but just the way it is. Hopefully the guys are still having a good race. And hopefully the results come back good and the guys have a good race. Just the way it is. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.